Hi friends, this is Betsy Jones with the Student Information Department, and I'm just here to share a little bit of information with you on how you can best utilize Aspen for providing resources for your students at home. I know I've had a lot of questions asked of me, and I know my colleagues have as well, about how we can provide resources, and I just thought this would be a great time to share this with you, since all of you are familiar with Aspen and are familiar with adding assignments. As you know, in Aspen, you can add a graded assignment or you can add an ungraded assignment. Ungraded assignments, however, don't show up everywhere. You have to really go looking for them in an assignment list. They don't show up in the gradebook area, and they don't get notifications for those. So it's really important just to use a regular assignment so our students don't have to learn a new place to go find things. They already know how to see where things are due, and if we assign dates to them, then they can kind of keep up and get reminders and have a little bit of pacing involved in what you're providing them. So this is just the regular assignment template, but there's some ways to keep this from counting in the student's average, which we don't want to happen at this time. So here I've added my category and my gradebook column name. I just am going to call reading for kicks and giggles. The assignment name is just a test. And there's a new button here where you can check this box and you can exclude this assignment from any average in the teacher gradebook. So it becomes one of those assignments that is just an enrichment assignment. I have the date assigned, which is today, but then I also have a due date, and the due date will populate the assignment due field on the student portal login. So it will actually give them a reminder and let them know that they have something waiting for them. If you want to allow an online submission of something, you can do that. There's a separate video about allowing online submissions, but it's super easy to do. The next thing that I really would like you to take note of is the tab called Portal Description, because this is something that we normally don't use very often. This is where you put your description and your directions for what the students are supposed to do with the assignment. This shows in the family portal and the student portal and is very prevalent, but they normally don't have this because most of the time we're entering assignments after we've already done the assignment. So now we're adding assignments before we've done them, and so it's really important to give students and parents some directions. And if it's for parents of small children, then maybe you want to also give them some keywords and key phrases that you want them to use in their vocabulary when they're going over this assignment with their students. The student tab is there for differentiation. Here you can assign specific things to specific students. It's great for working with small groups. If I want to exclude a student, I can just click on their name and exclude them out. And then we have our differentiation happening with this assignment. So again, portal description is where you put the directions for the assignment. Now here comes the really cool part. Down here at the bottom, you can add this to any of your classes. It doesn't necessarily have to be a linked class. So if this is an enrichment activity that you want multiple classes to do, maybe you cross team and you teach all the math and somebody teaches all the social studies, then you can add it to those sections that way. Here's the golden part. at the very bottom, you can provide resources. And these are all really special things that Aspen has, one of them just recently added for us to use just for student enrichment. So the first one is to add a file, and this is just like making an attachment on an email. You click, you find the file on your desktop, and you add it there. I do recommend that you add PDFs, because there may be some people that are going to be looking at this on their phone or other mobile device that doesn't have Word installed. So make it a PDF, just save it as a PDF and add it right there. There is another video that I have already posted in Aspen that talks about adding things from your Google Drive and connecting your Google Drive to Aspen. So if you're a big Google user, this is a great way for you to just attach a Google Doc right here, and it'll now be available for the students. Here's the new one. This is creating an online quiz, and you can actually create some quiz questions for your students to keep them on track. You can do multiple choice, which if you only have two choices, yes or no or true false, it becomes a true false. But you can do multiple choice, short answer, or essay, and students can actually answer those questions. You can mark a correct answer on that, and that will actually post the score directly in your grade book. Now, will the score count? No, because we have already checked the box up here that says exclude from averages. But it's a great way for kids and parents to check their learning. And it's also a way for you to see who's able to access these resources and participate as well. So because the scores will be right there in your grade book. You can add a web link at the bottom just by clicking on the link piece. And then if you're someone that uses ClassPages a lot, you probably already have quite a few resources associated with your ClassPages. So you can click on this button and you can pull those right off of your resource section of your class page. So it all works. We've got 5 great options to provide resources for your students. I know you're worried about them and worried about their learning. So this is just a great way for you to provide those things for your students in a format that they're already used to. They all have portal logins, and their parents are frequent visitors of the family portal. So there it is, and I hope this is helpful for you in providing resources for those students at home.